welcome back to the Dukeshire Farms YouTube channel. I'm Trevor and I'm here today with Jim. Jim is the other culprit responsible for the Dukeshire Farms logo and label and everything that we do. He does mainly the freeze-dried foods and treats, the apocalypse foods. If you check out the website dukeshirefarms.com, you'll see there's two different sides. There's one right now where there is the freeze-dried foods and freeze-dried treats, as well as the handmade soaps, bath bombs, the beauty products that are made by Holly Dukeshire. Everything there is made by hands, either Jim's hands or Holly's or a combination thereof. And today our video topic is all about Dukeshire Farms. What do you do? What are you all about? I kind of shared a little bit, but I'll get some more insight as far as your part of the business, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about what Holly does as well. But we like to start off all of our videos with a quote, and this one's from Mussolini. It's better to be a lion for a day than a sheep for your whole life.
Perfect quote for today.
Seems appropriate for where we are right now. I don't know when you're going to watch this video, but we are 20 days away from an election in Canada. And a lot is kind of riding on it, but we'll see what happens, folks.
4 days or 3 days for another lockdown with the masks, or another lockdown. But
another mask mandate in the great old city of Edmonton. Yeah. Good thing you live out of town, so you don't have to deal with that mess. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right in and start asking you some questions.
Sure.
I guess we can talk a little bit about the other business you had, and then we can talk about Dukeshire Farms. So how long have you been in business for yourself, Jim?
I was in the oil industry since 1987.
1987,
so
okay.
20-some years.
Wow.
Yeah.
20 years.
Fixing pump jacks, hauling stuff, installing piling, traveling all over Alberta and BC and Manitoba.
Wow. So all over the place. And then how long have you been, I guess, with Dukeshire Farms?
I started helping my wife out probably, I got a little disheartened with the oil patch, so I would start helping her out. She asked me to do something for her, so probably a year and a half, I probably have been helping her.
Yeah.
Started out with just a little thing here, a little thing there,
yeah.
And it seemed to take on a mind of its own, and I just went with it. Exactly.
Here we are. Okay, awesome. And the things that you make are mainly the freeze-dried stuff, right?
Yeah, the freeze-dried stuff. Yeah, I took a lot of schooling back in the day. I'm just shy of my journeyman certificate for commercial cook, so it sort of fitted right into my wheelhouse there, making stuff for 25 people and up. So, and there's a lot of that. When I do a batch, it's usually for 25, 50, 75. So
lots of people.
Lots of experimenting.
Yeah, lots of experimenting, lots of trial and error with the products.
Definitely.
So I know your guys are just in your first few years. Holly's been, making her stuff by hand for about 7, but Dukeshire Farms itself is relatively new. What's the size of the team currently? Is it just basically you and Holly?
It's me and Holly. Yeah.
You and Holly.
It started out with her, with me just a little bit, but now I took the whole one side and I'm doing it all myself. The packaging, the labeling, the making, the ingredients, the nutritional value, all that stuff. So yeah, it takes some time. Lots of long hours.
Yeah, takes some time, and I guess the next goal is, we got to get to a point where you're going to hire some people to help both of you out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it should be probably a full-time job. With everything else we do at the farm, with all our livestock and animals and that, and this, we probably may never ever leave the farm again.
Well, that's okay. That's not such a bad thing.
No, not these days.
Not such a bad thing. Okay. Now, where is Dukeshire Farms?
We are just off of Highway 16, about an hour and a half west of Edmonton, and about 45 minutes east of Edson. So a little town just outside called Wildwood.
Okay.
And we're just off Highway 16. So you pass us going to the Rockies, and you pass us going back to the city.
Yeah, so just drive right by Dukeshire Farms is right there.
All the good camping spots are out that way and that, so
True.
good for camping food and treats.
Yeah, that's a great stop. So you can go in there, and you can even like eventually, we'll have cabins where you can stay overnight or a couple of nights at Dukeshire Farms.
Big trout ponds and cabins, and yeah, we're just working on that right now. And she's talking wedding venues, and it'll never end.
And never-ending planning and scheming.
Exactly.
Awesome, that's great. So, I mean, of course, the team has to get bigger in order for you to do that because there's just two of you and four hands. There's a lot of work between
we do get we get a lot of we've had help over the last couple of years. We're involved with a program called Woofing, which is basically people come for experience from around the world and work on the farm and that. And Holly's taught them little things, how to make soaps and stuff like that. They haven't helped me with my stuff, but they take a little of the work away from me by doing a little bit of the farm work.
Right.
And they stay there for a few weeks, and then they move on to the next town and the next person. So we have had a little bit of help with some people, but it's mostly been us 24/7.
Good, awesome. Okay, Jim. So besides the handcrafted soaps and I guess mainly right now it's candies that you do on the freeze dried side. Tell me a little bit more about the foods and what that's all about and who that's for.
I've started doing a lot of experimenting in that with different foods, vegetarian meat dishes and stuff like that, to try to find a good tasting meal that you can take camping with you or backpacking or anything like that doesn't take much preparation and it still tastes good and it's easy to prepare. I've been testing a lot. I've got a couple of old military guys that live just a little ways away from me. I always sample my products on them to see, because they're used to having MREs for 30, 40 years in the Army. So they tell me what's good and what's not, and I just keep working on it until I get the right combination. Like I'm doing chilies and vegetarian dishes and omelets and eggs, and basically I'll try everything. I've probably got about 20 different things that I've tried, and it's just to tweak everything so that it's simple and easy to use and easy to make. Yeah. So once I have all that, I've got a couple of them that are ready to go. Omelets and chilies and a vegetarian dish. So I'll be posting them on the website right away. But the other ones, I expect the next few months to get them out there. I'm getting a lot of feedback on them, so which is good. So
nice. That's good. So not only will you have the candies, because I mean right now on the website it's nuts with the candies, especially the freeze dried Skittles is #1 because people want to try that out.
Caramel buttholes.
Caramel buttholes, yes, some of the unique names that Jim comes up with.
Yeah. The ice creams are really popular, just like the astronauts eat, they say. Yeah. Pop bottles, different flavors of pop bottles, gummy pop bottles and stuff like that. And we got Mexican Skittles and Mexican peach rings that are sweet yet spicy but tangy, so they're quite unique.
A little bit of chili on them.
Yeah, a little bit of chili.
I've had some of them, and like they remind me of candies you would find in Mexico.
Exactly.
Right. So you've got a little bit of just chili, not necessarily hot chili, but it tastes like chilies, right?
It's a tahini flavor. Yeah, and they're quite popular. Once you've had them, they're nice for you're gonna sip and have a little beer and have a little candy with it or whatever. But a lot of people like them just because they're sweet and sour and spicy. And so.
Well, more of a grown-up taste. Your kids will probably eat them. Yeah. Or if you're from Mexico or something like that, where there's lots of chilies and candies, you probably enjoy that as well. You can find them at dukeshirefarms.com. We'd be happy to, fill your order anywhere in the world. I mean, right now, like you guys have sent stuff all the way to Australia.
Lots to Australia.
I think it was either Ireland or Scotland. There was one of those that I've seen on the website.
It's been all over. East Coast, West Coast, overseas, you name it. It's been everywhere. Sometimes it takes a little longer to get there, but we haven't had any problems getting the stuff there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really good. Now, next thing is there any like special equipment, technology, knowledge, or experience that sets you apart from your competitors?
I don't think there's much technology that's different than my competitors. The biggest thing that I do is I experiment lots. I want to get that unique flavor, the unique texture, and I wasted lots of candy. Well, I don't waste the candy in that. I got lots of neighbors' kids that will take it no matter what it tastes like. So, but I want that unique texture, and I'll spend the time and the energy, and I won't put something out until I feel it's good. When it's good, then I will put it out. We're basically running the machines right now, probably 6 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Nice.
It's nonstop. We're in a lot of stores in Edmonton and Whitecourt, and I think we're in Banff. I think she has something in Banff, or we have to provide an order for Banff. But basically everywhere in the province, and hopefully one day we'll get out of the province too and sell other places.
So all over the place, yeah, because you've got so many unique things to sell, and they're good quality. And like you said, you don't ship them out, you don't present them until they're right.
Exactly.
Which is great. There's always lots of people willing to sample.
And I'm always open if somebody has a special request or something. I'm always open to try it and get it just right and see what it tastes like. Somebody wanted tomato chips. I made them tomato chips. I think we have it on our website now. And they eat them like potato chips. I couldn't keep them on the shelves there. I never even posted them on the website. So.
And then you also did strawberries, I think, at one time.
Strawberry powders.
Yeah.
I did
great for smoothies.
Dill pickle powders.
Oh, that's interesting.
And stuff like that. It's such a unique, strong flavor that you just need a hint to get as much as you would with 4 or 5 different items to get that flavor. It's just so strong. I intend to put some videos out where I can show you exactly what I use it in for icings and stuff like that. So just make it a unique product. So and doesn't go bad. Yeah,
that's another beautiful thing about the freeze dried is it's got a good, if it's properly packaged, right? You have 25, 30-year shelf life, right?
Especially the meals. The candies, I would give them probably 2 to 4 years. It goes on your quality of your bag packaging and stuff like that. Like our meals are all top of the line, 7 mil packaging, oxygen absorbers. Our candy is 5 mil, oxygen absorbers, and all that. But you do have a see-through window, so it'll work, but it's more a personal thing. I don't really trust it. It's all the same, and I've seen some cheaper bags that I know won't work. So, but we try to use the best that we can for everything. So
nothing but the best. All right. So the next question is, who are the types of clients that you sell to? I'll talk more specifically on the freeze-dried side. Like, who are the types of people who buy your product?
Candies. Everybody buys candy. Everybody buys candy. Especially during lockdown, they couldn't leave. What's better than having candy delivered to your house? Unique things and something you want to try. You see it late at night on the internet or something like that. You want to try it. It ships out. Ice creams, you name it, it's all there. And surprisingly, it's mothers for their children. I know it's a lot of adults that buy the candy too. Yeah, you can't convince me that it's not. Everybody buys it. I've had grandmothers and grandfathers place orders hundreds of dollars for just storing for their kids for when they come over, because they know it's not going to go bad right away.
Right.
The meals and stuff like that, it's basically anybody and everybody. If you're taking a long hike, you're going to stay overnight somewhere, you're at home and you want to have some meals prepared in case something happens. Like I've heard, I think September 1st, we're supposed to be having a truckers strike.
Oh,
so
that's new.
You're not going to have a lot of the new produce isn't going to be coming to the grocery stores for, they said 1 to 10 days. So that affects the supply chain. And you've already got these packages are pre-made meals that weigh nothing, store easy, store anywhere.
Good nutrition in
Good
them.
nutrition.
Yeah.
Nutrition labels are all on the meals. And basically you're just putting boiling water to them and letting them sit and stirring them up, and there you go. Eggs, you just add water to them and they reconstitute, and you fry them up, you scramble them up, you make omelets. We have our omelet packs with ham and cheese and peppers and onions. Basically 1 cup of water will make up the whole omelet. You just fry it up, and you don't need fresh eggs anymore or anything like that. They're as fresh as a day. I freeze dry them. So, and same with the meat. So it tastes exactly the same. If not, if you were to eat this stuff when it's freeze dried, it actually tastes better because there's no water. All that's left is the flavoring. So it's very powerful.
Right. So a lot more like condensed
Yes.
condensed flavor in the food. And I guess it'd be great for, so yeah, there's hikers, hunters, people who, go trekking, and also maybe people who are homesteaders, people who are, wanting to have that extra supply handy just in case, they can't get to the grocery store and get fresh vegetables and
You
fruits
got a
and things
farmer
like that.
sitting out in the field on his tractor, and he has a thermos of hot water that he's stored there all day, and he gets pretty hungry around lunchtime, and he wants some, say he wants some wieners and beans or some campfire chili. He just pours a cup of that water in there and lets it sit, makes a couple more passes, stops the tractor, and just spoons it out.
Lunch is there, ready to go. Yeah, so there's a lot of people who get, or even let's say there's some folks who are culinarily challenged and can't really cook that well. Meal with some hot water in it, stirred up. He's already done the hard work. Already done the hard work of cooking it, preparing it, and then freeze drying it, and you can use it for that. So there's a lot of different options out there. Or you just want it as a food additive or something like that.
Or you just want to try it once.
Yeah.
Just to see what the hype is.
Yeah, what's it all about?
Exactly.
So,
and I noticed that a lot of the store brands are a lot more pricier than what we're offering. And to be not to toot my own horn, but I find my flavoring, I always sample the competition's products, and I try to improve on it or modify it so that I can put my own spin on it and make it taste better. Which most cases I have, some I can't figure out how they did, and we don't have any chemicals or anything in it.
Right.
No additives or chemicals. So
no MSG, no preservatives, none of that stuff. It's just straight up.
If we need salt, we have salt. If we need pepper, we have pepper.
Yeah, you can always add that after.
Exactly.
Yeah, easy peasy, no problem. Okay, so Jim, one big question is, what is something that you try to do better all the time?
Customer service. I have to say, I try to make everybody happy. If somebody's not happy, I'm going to do what I can to make them happy. I don't want to give them a bad taste in their mouth, because one bad taste leads to another. Yeah,
Literally.
Exactly. If there's an issue with something, get a hold of me, and I will do my best to make it right. I will swap something out, or I just want to make the customer make their experience enjoyable. And that's what I always try to do.
That's good. That's something that you're able to do, you can afford to do right now because you're a smaller company. But going forward, keeping that up, how are you going to maintain that level of care for the customers and with the different products and things that you guys do?
I think I've always, with my experience in the oil patch and stuff like that, when there's ever been an issue, I've always dealt with it. So I don't think it would ever come to a problem where I couldn't deal with it myself or have my hands in it to deal with it. As long as I know what the problem is, I'm not going to push off on somebody else to deal with my problem.
Yeah.
So no, I like to meet a challenge head on and make it right.
Awesome.
Doesn't matter how big we are or how small we are.
Right, doesn't matter. That's a big commitment to the customer. that, you know, no matter if you have a big problem, small problem, I mean, most of the things that you're going to have is a small issue, maybe a packaging issue or something. There's always a way to fix it, or at least try. Right? Always a way to at least try to make it right. Because there are some people out there that are just ornery and they can't be satisfied no matter what you do. Unfortunately, it's a reality of life. But at least if you try, give it the good you know, college try and get after it, then at least you know that you've done your part.
Exactly.
So why are you so passionate about you know, being part of this business together with Holly and Dukeshire Farms? Like, what's the driving force for you?
For me, it's Holly. It was her dream to have a little country store and do something, and I said I would help her. I did my dream. I worked at my own companies before. I said I would help her, and I said, but only on one condition: if I got to do one thing that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I help her, she helps me, and it seems we're good as a team. We don't have any problems, other than sometimes lacks of sleep. But no, that's my driving force would be Holly.
Awesome, that's good. They've got a good team there, Holly and Jim from Dukeshire Farms. Now, the last question that I've got is, what is the biggest goal you've got, let's say short-term goal for Dukeshire Farms?
My goal for myself, I would like to see my products all through Jasper and Banff, and to see these people going into the mountains and just grabbing a non-expensive product to take with them that they can just minimally pack, snowmobilers, stuff like that. I would like to see that. Holly would like to see some of her fur mitts and her fur mitts and stuff like that, all in amongst there. And I'd like to see people have a couple bags in their pantry just in case, because you never know. I know a lot of my neighbors already have bought some of my stuff, and they keep it stored away for that little thing, or when they're a little lazy to cook, they just want to cook it all right now.
Cook.
Yeah, Jim's cooking tonight.
Yeah, let Jim cook. All right, awesome. Well, thanks so much for sharing with us today. I had a good time learning more about you, learning more about Dukeshire Farms, and of course all of the amazing freeze-dried products that you guys do, and the teamwork that you've built up. So if you guys are interested, which you should be after listening to this video, try out Dukeshire Farms. Go to dukeshirefarms.com. You can see how it's spelled up here, Dukeshire Farms. And we'll also provide a link in the show notes. We'll see you guys on the next video, but definitely check out dukeshirefarms.com, and we'll be glad to send you out any of the products that we've got available on the freeze-dried foods, freeze-dried candies. You gotta try them out. You just have to have something in your pantry, just for curiosity's sake, even. And then also for Christmas season and the different holidays, all of Holly's handcrafted, handmade things that she creates there on the Bath and Beauty side are amazing, and anybody would love to have them. So check them out, and they will send them to you by mail, by post. And if you want to pay for the express shipping, they can send it out express as well. So definitely check them out, and thank you so much for watching today. We'll catch you guys on the next video.
Thank you.